makes me crazy. I dream about our babies. Gazing them days and contagious, you're my baby. We know each other like the back of our hands. Understand, there's no mistaking, I'm taking, 'cause you're my drug.
All right, y'all. So this is STRYPER. The name of the song is Free. And we have to give a big shout out to Mr. Williams, Mr. William, for this request as well. So
absolutely. So let's check it out.
Oh, look at the hair.
You know, one thing when we talk about like hair bands, and I guess I'm just assuming that this song is somewhere in the 80s, somewhere in the 80s.
Has to be, looking at that picture.
But it's something about the vocals though. When they singing like the hair bands, it's just something about like the vocals. Like they have some of the best vocalists when it comes to like hair bands, especially like the 80s.
I don't know.
With some of the ones that we've heard in the past.
I feel like it wasn't official unless you had like a really great like lead singer in those bands back then. Because you think about the ones that we've heard, like the bands in the 80s at that time, like hair bands, so to speak, like all of them have like really great lead singers.
You gotta be a vocalist. You gotta have good vocals for like a song like this. You gotta really be able to like to belt out those notes, not just like screaming like a rocker. You gotta sing. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh man, it was all about the guitar too.
That was a great breakdown with the solo at the end too. Oh yeah. So about those solos, they just kind of they enter my soul. Okay, every single time. I wonder if they. Now this is when I wish that we could have seen like the actual video, but I wonder like, you know, the part, because they took it up an octave on this, like half an octave, a third of an octave. I don't know. They had a switch in there, like, but it sounded like there were more people singing behind them, like an actual choir.
Yeah, it sounded like a choir. I was like, they kind of took us to church a little bit.
Yeah, it was more than four of them singing at that one point.
Yeah, and I like it was a nice clean song and a great message to it too.
Absolutely, it was. Yeah, but it's one of those you still feel, man. That's what if I were to think like what rock music would sound like, something like this with a great message in it, and it's definitely one of those like, I don't know, I feel lifted.
Yeah.
Just because of the message in that, you know.
And then just like we pointed out throughout the song, like the guitar, just had that great hairband type of like guitar sound.
Yeah.
Where they just like shredded it and just ripped it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the way to the very, very end.
Yeah.
To the very end.
Yeah. They did.
And then you know another thing too, like with the hairbands, like with their hair, I just feel like that era was like one of those eras where, you know, you had to like really set yourself apart when it came to bands and hair bands, just any bands particularly. That's why I feel like the over the top like costumes and the wardrobe and how they dress. I feel like that's part of the whole band, you know, phenomenon, and you know, like just being like an individual, like the individualism when it comes to like bands, like creating your own look.
I agree.
You know,
yeah,
because sometimes the sounds can kind of get lost in regards to like, okay, they sound like them, they kind of sound like this, everything kind of similar, but that's how you set yourself apart.
Was that the thing though? Like, was that like what the hair bands were like representative of? Because like you
Not
think like Kiss, for example, like that's just one that pops in my head. But like they definitely had a look.
That's a good
you
one.
know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
they just set themselves apart completely.
Yeah. Like Queen had a look, you know, like. So I'm just like, I wonder if that's like what it was like then. You
know,
like
White Snake, you know, a lot of these other bands that were out there too.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, just finding ways to like really, really just set yourself apart from everybody else. And I think that's what it was all about to a degree, is like just going above and beyond to like stand out.
Yeah. Okay. Motley Crue is another one that pops in my head. That pops in my head. Like when I think like, just think the times that we've seen their photos, like just like we just saw STRYPER, you saw the picture they have up here, and it's like, look at their look. Like you could just tell automatically. Like if you didn't have the look, you know what I mean? Like I would just think that that was what the thing was. Like
that was part of it.
You had to have like that distinguished type of like look of your band. The hairband one, you had to go with the hairband. Obviously,
you got to have the hair. Yes, ma'am. You got. Hey, come on, Hazel. You know, you already know they gotta have the hair. I don't know what they put in the mousse, the gel. How long do it take to even grow your hair out that long, anyway? Because some of them have some extremely long hair.
Lust in your body, boy, I'm addicted. Insisting commitment, predicted your intentions.